I'm Jon-Paul Hutchins, chef instructor from Cordon Bleu, North America, and today we're going to be taking a classic dish, chicken chasseur, and contemporizing it. It's simply a braised dish with mushrooms and tomatoes and all these amazing flavors. But at Le Cordon Bleu, what we're going to do is contemporize it just a little bit by using a sauté method instead. So it's going to be a little quicker, it's going to be a little brighter tasting, but it's still going to be incredibly hearty. I'm going to start by browning off my chicken. We're using something called an airline breast, and I put it in skin side down because I want to get that skin super crispy. And then a cool technique is to take my herbs still on the stem. I'm going to use rosemary and thyme, and I'm going to place them in the pan. That's going to flavor the butter that I'm working with. And I'm just going to spoon that incredible butter over the top. Now my sauté medium is actually grapeseed oil. It has a very high smoke point. And butter, it has a low smoke point, but amazing flavor. While this is cooking in a beautiful golden brown, what I want to do is I want to show you something that's very, very cool. We all have waffle irons, but I'm going to show you how to use it in a very new and very creative way. I've taken some potatoes that were cooked ahead of time, like a baked potato, or boiled with the jackets on, and I've added some crispy bacon. And I've also added some onions that were sauteed golden brown in some of that bacon fat to give it some flavor. A little bit of salt and pepper, and check this out. I've lubed up my waffle iron, and I'm going to pack it right in there. And I'm going to end up with these amazing crispy waffle potatoes. And the timing couldn't be any better because it's going to take about 10 minutes, which is about how long it's going to take me to finish off this really pretty quick dish. Close it. And spin it. Now let's take a look at our chicken. Gorgeous. I'm going to pop this in the oven. All right, so my chicken has reached a temperature of 160 degrees. I'm going to pull this out and just let it rest on a plate, just in a warm space. And I'm going to degrease the pan. Basically, just get rid of the fat that's on there. And remember those rosemary stems and the thyme stems, I want to make sure those are gone also. So I'm going to get rid of that excess fat, but I want to keep all that good stuff on the bottom. So I'm going to add a little bit of whole butter to start sauteing. Then I'm going to add my shallots. If you don't have shallots, you could use onions. Easy. I'm going to add some beautiful mushrooms. Now the way that I cut the mushrooms, I cut them in quarters so they'd be nice and chunky. I could slice them if I wanted to, but the sauce would lay down kind of flat. Classically, it would be sliced. But I want to see some height. I want to see some texture. So we're going with a chunkier mushroom. I'm going to add a little bit of salt and pepper, and we're going to let those cook down. Okay, our mushrooms have had a chance to get a really nice little glaze on. They've started to cook down a bit. I can smell that shallot. I'm going to add a little bit of wine. Now, you don't have to use wine. It's very classic. Some in Escoffier's recipes called for brandy. If I'm adding wine, I'm going to do that off the fire, nice and safely. And I'm adding a couple of tablespoons, maybe an ounce, to get all those bits off the bottom of the pan that we call the fond. And I want that to reduce down and concentrate. Now, if I don't have access to wine, that's okay. I can use stock. I'm going to let that cook down for a minute. While that's cooking down, I'm going to add some demi-glace. It means half glass. So I've taken some beef stock or beef broth, and in this case, we're using what's called a modern demi, and we've just reduced it down until it reaches this gorgeous syrupy consistency. And can you see how we're just building flavors? We're building layers. We're taking the flavor from the chicken. We reduced that down. We added the shallots. We added the mushrooms. We cooked that down, concentrated that flavor. We added the wine. We cooked that down. We're going to add the demi-glace. We're going to cook that down. And then finally, we're going to add a little bit of diced tomato. And that's going to give us beautiful color. And I'm going to let all these flavors marry together. I'm going to add just a pinch of salt and pepper. And we'll let that cook down until it reaches something called nappe consistency, or it coats the back of a spoon. That'll take just about 2 minutes. Okay, so look at that color. That's absolutely gorgeous. It's got kind of a burgundy red color to it. It just looks absolutely unctuous. I have my waffle down here through the miracle of video. It looks beautiful and golden brown. I'm going to take my chicken that's perfectly rested now. It's been able to recover all of its juices. I'm just going to lay that over there. I'm going to take some of my gorgeous sauce, just spoon it right over the end. Nice, hearty. This is a meat and potato lover's chicken dish. And then just a little bit of parsley just to bring it around, just to pop it up a little bit. Le Cordon Bleu, Classic technique, contemporary preparation. That's what we're all about. Try this one at home.